out on email. And so, so what do you need to make this work? So eventually, so you spend an amount on ads, and let's say it's $300. And so out of this $300, you end up getting, 10 customers, let's say, that spend $60, so you end up getting $600 from this ad spend. So that would mean then that you're sort of getting $2 for every one you spend. So what's the key to this, right? So the key to this are two things. Number one is tracking. So I've got to know without a shadow of a doubt exactly who's coming from here and exactly who is going to become my customer as a result of this advertising, because that's the only way I know whether or not to spend more. Because if in fact I'm spending $300 and getting $600, then I can abandon a lot of other stuff, right? Because I can then just start scaling with this, right? Once I know this formula, and this formula is working, I can focus my attention on this because I know it's working. Now, here's how this becomes 600. The key to making this 600 is not the front-end purchase, right? It's not just this. The key to making this 600 is this upsell, and this upsell, and this upsell. So when I get the person at the point of purchase, what else can they buy right at that point? Now, there's some things that can be done electronically, right? In these days, in internet marketing, they're called one-click upsells. So if somebody buys something, right? Somebody buys something, they buy a service, they buy a product. What can I give them right at the point of checkout? Right at the point of checkout. Because that's how this number jumps. Because it could be, we don't have to get as many new customers if they're spending more here, right? So the key is we want to give them, again, coming back to exponential marketing, can we give this customer as much to buy as they can possibly spend with us? The truth of the matter is, our customers, right? They're Americans. They're going to spend this money someplace. They're probably going to spend it on something. In your case, they're probably going to spend it on something harmful to them. And so they'd be better off spending the money with you. So we want to make sure that we have other things to offer. Now, it's going to come later on in the presentation, but so what can I give them, right? What else can I give them as a business owner? And so one of the things that the internet allows us to do now effectively, efficiently, is information, right? And so this is typically what I put 10th, but this is important. Information. So in other words, it can be a course. It can be a guide or book. It can be a live webinar. Live webinar, $97. Right, $97, right, to attend a live webinar. So in other words, somebody comes through, they buy my service, and then right there they get ready to check out, they see a video, and it's Paul. And Paul says to them, hey, you know what, thanks for picking this up. I just wanted to tell you about a webinar that we're doing on the 7th, and it's very important because this is really going to get you, the results that you need faster. And whatever the pitch is, but it gives them the opportunity to buy something that does not cost you as a small business owner anything. This information doesn't cost you anything to produce except for time, and it allows you to immediately monetize this person you've already paid $7 for. Right? So you paid $7 for this person anyway. They're going to buy your service, which is probably going to, which kind of offsets your staff and office, all the other stuff. But this helps you to increase ROI, right? Because they're going to see a webinar they're going to get, all they're going to do, they're going to come and get a chance to experience some information, which is fantastic. Or they can buy a course teaching them how to do something, right? They get a course, right? Now there are a number of ways to deliver it. Course is home study course. It is $47, right? And so they get this course and they get to see an offer here when they buy, when they sign up, right? This is our Fast Start course, right? Not as profitable, but we have Kindle, we have things that we self-publish, their books, so on and so forth. The key to selling information is that we have something available for everything to buy, for everybody to buy. So in other words, it's less of a matter of having, a range of things this way. It's a matter of having, $297, right, for this kind of buyer, $97 for this kind, $47 for this kind, and $27, and then even $7, so that everybody that comes to buy from me here, they have something else to buy. They have something else that will get them results faster. And the other key to this is that this is all the same information. This is just, so the $297 version of this, so the content is the same. The content's the same. The way we deliver the content is how we decide on what they pay, right? So we can give it to them in $7, but we know most of us are not going to do anything, right? Probably, if everybody could buy a weight loss book and then lose weight, then the whole United States would be thin. So even if they buy it at $7, they're probably not going to do anything. In that book, right, we encourage them to move up here and get this. So this is, and the thing about this is that this is all happening and only set up one time. We set this up one time and we set it in motion, right? So that everybody that comes through, they're buying this. They get the chance to see the offer. This is at the bottom of our emails, right? It's in the footer. Right? Hey, pick up this book. They get into there, and then they get a chance to see these other offers. So information, right? It's kind of like the 10th thing that I was gonna put, and 10th out of the 10th thing is called what I call information publishing. Right? And I think it is valuable because it really makes an upsell possible. Because the truth of the matter is, if I buy interior decorating, I'm not going to upsell. I'm going to buy as much as I can possibly buy from the interior decorator. But if that interior decorator says, "Hey, you know what? I've got a little course that'll show you how to add accessories once we're done with the process, and it's in my little guide here," or we do a class every 3 months, I'm signing up for that, right? And sure. It could only be, it might not only, it should feel like a bargain to me, but what it does is, if I get you to spend that $27 here, that means then I have $20 more I can put back into advertising, right? I can do whatever I want to with that money because it's profit. I can spend more in advertising because now my formula, I figured out my formula, and every $300 I spend, I get $600 new. So the more I spend, the more I'm going to bring back through here. So information publishing, right, is I've gone through 5, but is the 10th thing. But that is really what drives this, by making the offers available to people that they can actually get, that they can actually attend, that everybody has something that they can buy when they come through the marketing funnel. So the fifth thing is media advertising. The 10th thing is information publishing. The sixth, right? Most of us here in Central PA, we do well already, and that's community marketing and PR. I won't spend a lot of time here. Community marketing and PR, and it is basically what I'm doing now, right? So it's doing talks, right? Seminars, free ones, paid ones too, right? Free and paid. Being a speaker, right? PR means getting on the news. So how do I get on the news, right? How do I pitch a reporter? And so one of the things I talk about in the larger seminar is when I talk about PR, right? We're talking about the fact that the news is interested in human interest. They may or may not necessarily be interested in what it is we have to sell. So the question is, how do we position ourselves to be the person to talk about this human interest as an expert, so that it becomes Charles Harper. We're talking to Charles Harper about youth entrepreneurship today. So what I need to let them know is that there is a human interest story about youth entrepreneurship, and that me as an expert, I can tell them about this. So I don't want them to put me on the news about my seminar. I want them to mention me as an expert, and that I have this website over here. You can find out more about Charles at www.blah. But that the more that I can position myself for them to call me as an expert, then I just get mentioned, right? And quite honestly, we're Americans, in particular Central PA. We still watch television. So we're tech savvy, but we still watch television. And so being here on WHP, CBS, it still matters. People here, when I first got here, was amazing because I thought to myself, man, people really watch the local news a lot here. And so, it doesn't matter why. The fact of the matter is, all these people watching local news, it's Paul, right? Hey, I heard this guy, he was talking about this woman that lost all this weight, and what she did, and her story, and he's got to practice. I think I'm going to call him. I mean, that's how it happens, right? It's just one of these things that they become associated in their mind. They have a favorable impression because they saw you on the news. So community marketing, PR is, and it goes hand in hand. So so community marketing is talks, some paid, some free, being a speaker, seminars, all this stuff, right? And some of this stuff these days, right, now can be done, by webinars, right? Right, webinars. So that's the sixth thing. Seventh is, I'm going to erase some of this now. Seventh is direct marketing. Direct marketing. And we could spend an entire week talking about direct marketing, but it is direct marketing means that I'm really talking to people on a personal level. So in other words, all my advertising, all my marketing always has a headline, get attention, has empathy, it has a story. It has what benefits them. It has testimonials. It has guarantee. It has what I call a takeaway. So in other words, you can take away your scarcity. So in other words, you can't get, this is a great offer. You can't just get it anytime. You can't get it anytime you want to. Because without that, right, without this, right, without the takeaway or without scarcity, I don't have any reason to do business now. And so the key is I'm trying to bring people up the funnel now, right? Not when you want to. You don't have time for that. You buy from me now. You need this, right? And you can wait if you want to, but if you wait, number one, price could be higher. Number two, if you wait, there are only 10 spots for this or whatever the case is, right? So some kind of scarcity. And then lastly is an offer.